Alright. Start eating people.
You won't love me when I'm hungry. Yes. You guys took my chair, yo.
Nah, that was my chair, man. I made that. So I remember I made that.
All right.
I remember he was making this sound, but mine wasn't as rickety as this. Alright, let's go.
Hope I'm in the shot.
Yeah, you are already queued up.
Bang, bang.
I'll just introduce everybody again. I'm gonna introduce everybody. It's a new show.
Alright, so we're gonna talk about that. That's a good space.
Yo, bro,
You're damn right.
Are we
You're damn
gonna
right.
start talking on it?
Yeah, I'm not even
Yeah, for sure.
And I hope you birds in.
That's a good bear.
Welcome to another episode of On the Block All-Star Edition. I'm your host Joe Ferrari here with Brandon Graham, Ron Davis, and Mike Roach. Guys, probably the best three-point competition we've seen, the best lineup we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, fine. They can't.
Possibly ever in my lifetime.
Possibly ever. It might be the best one ever.
Yeah.
Dunk contest, we're not really sure on. There's been a lot of problems with the dunk contest since Vince won it 15 years ago to the day today.
I hope there's less props in this one.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I hope they eliminate the
They're
problem.
younger guys,
It's
It's
been-
gotten progressively worse.
Have you guys ever seen the D-League dunk off?
I heard it's nuts.
Way
It's
better.
not.
It is crazy.
One thing we have Zach Levine. Zach Levine can get up. He should be from half. He should be doing some
Oh,
crazy
yeah.
stuff.
Hoping to see something from Oladipo too.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
think
he's
he-
probably the kid. He's my favorite to win the
He's
competition.
not mine.
There are some crazy athletes, minus Mason Plumlee, who's in it. I don't know why he's in
You know
it.
what?
The last
I
time we
don't
saw
know,
a big
man.
man, there was a rule made for Chris Anderson.
Apparently in practice he put
I
three
was-
balls into the hoop, like literally 3 balls.
Chris Anderson was.
That doesn't do anything for me, though.
He's athletic. Trust me.
Yeah, that was bad.
And that was
It
terrible.
was so bad that I almost forgot that he was even.
But why do you think it's like?
Chris Anderson.
They made a rule because of him. They had to put a clock in because he was so
You're
bad.
damn right you did. Okay,
That was-
let me ask you this. Why do you think it's been so bad? Like, why do you think it's gotten progressively so bad? Over the
Everything,
years?
for the
The
most
best
part,
players
it's that. That's one of the biggest things. The best athletes aren't in it.
Yeah.
And I think the second thing is a lot of stuff's been done. The creativity is not really there.
But
There's
that's-
still room to do. There's still lots of stuff that guys can do.
But that's so weird though, because when you look at the D-League dunk off,
Okay, we can't talk all the
you're
time about the D-League.
I'm not talking about the D-League dunk off.
But you
I'm
just
talking
mentioned
about.
D-League.
I'm using it as an example.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just hush it up over there and let me get some words up for a
Hey,
second.
do your thing.
I mean, for God's sakes, they have an All-Star weekend too.
I'm putting the latex gloves to break this up right now.
it's-
All
Listen,
everybody-
this is my point. I'm not talking about the D-League dunk off, but I'm going to use it as an example. Their dunks are way better
Yeah.
than the NBA dunk off. They're just doing better stuff.
Yeah.
What excuse does the NBA have for not being able
Look,
to come up
the
with
best
different kind of
athletes
creativity?
in the world.
I mean, these guys are throwing the balls out of the stands,
Yeah.
behind the back, 360, like they're doing all kinds of stuff that the guys in the league just aren't showing.
That reminds me too. Actually, I don't know if you guys remember Andrew Wiggins' McDonald's All-Star dunk competition. Yo, his dunks in that competition were better than possibly the dunks that I've seen in the past couple of All-Star games. And that was well before he came to the league. I know he's not in the game right now.
I don't know why he's not in the lineup.
Because he's going to announce his debut when it comes back to the
I think he was offered the invite. I think he denied. I don't know what happened there.
He's going to be in the dunk competition.
He
next
will
year.
be in
again.
next year. in
He'll be in it
Toronto.
next
Zach Levine is my pick because I've seen his stuff.
He
Even
can
in the
fly.
Seattle Pro-Am, he was putting things like through the back. Same thing that Wiggins did. So I'm looking forward to it.
So your picks, Zach. Who's your pick?
Oladipo.
Zach.
You got Oladipo.
Oladipo.
I know Levine is a guy that I don't know. I saw some UCLA highlights last year, and I was like, this guy can fly, and he had some crazy dunks. I'm gonna go with him, but Oladipo is, I think,
He's the shortest guy. in the
Nobody's
competition.
taking Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's
I can't remember this guy.
Giannis
Yeah, I
Antetokounmpo.
tried.
He did that windmill. He's gonna trust me.
It's really tough though.
That's some nice work.
The thing with guys that are that big, even if
They don't look as
it
graceful.
doesn't look as nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's
I
why
know-
I'm
and
going
with
he's,
Windmill.
he's
Windmill
fluid.
looks nice.
He's a
Windmill
fluid
looks
guy,
nice.
Yeah.
but I just don't know. It's gonna be
Like
tough. But
Zach Levine can fly.
He's
Like
really
it's
flying.
unreal.
It's
Like some of the
ridiculous.
dunks that this guy has done. Go on
Effortlessly.
YouTube and check it out.
And he looks like a
He's
kid.
unreal.
But come on, man. We all know though, and not to steal my man Joey's thunder, but we all know that the dunk competition is gonna pale in comparison
Oh, absolutely.
to Steph
I think
Curry with the shot. Boy,
This is the best field we have
Going
probably
with
ever
Korver for
seen.
the W.
Yo,
Of course you go. Of course you go.
Why? What do you mean? Of course. Why? Why
Of
you
course
saying
he's the
of
guy
course?
that's 100% everywhere.
What's the matter with this guy? Like,
some real deep one right
No,
now.
seriously.
But honestly,
I've
you
had
can't
enough
think
of
You
this
guys are on the other
guy
side of
It
me.
No,
doesn't, it
let's
doesn't
not
matter
put-
who
let's
you
not
pick.
put-
You
let's
can't
not
wrong.
put-
You can't wrong anybody. Anybody who you pick in this competition could be a legitimate winner.
I'm
Whether
gonna
it's
take
Korver,
Steph
whether
Curry.
it's Curry, whether it's Thompson, whether
of
it's
course you
Irving
take
who's coming
Curry.
back.
Harden,
Oh,
JJ
Harden.
Redick.
He's been in it.
It's
I
Redick.
like,
already.
I like
I don't even care about Redick, to be
I
honest.
think everybody's forgetting about Marco Bellinelli. too.
Everyone's
Shout out to
he-
Italy.
He won last year.
He won it last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, he won it last year. He's playing pretty well.
I don't know, Marco. Nah, I don't think he's as wet
Oh,
with his shot.
Corver. Oh, Corver.
You gotta go with at least one of the
See,
Splash
but
Brothers.
the thing
one of the
is-
Splash Brothers, I'm taking Curry, but Klay Thompson's gonna have a big showing too. But trust me, man, it's gonna be one of those guys with the
Curry's
I could see Thompson and Corver. going to
Thompson,
Florida.
Corver.
I don't think it's hard, man.
Thompson's
Like,
releasing
what I'm
fast
saying.
enough.
You pick
Thompson
anybody
has a
and you're
fast
not wrong.
relief, but
Wesley
I'm telling
Matthews
you-
is in it too.
Wes
He's
Matthews is
good.
another guy who I'm a big fan of. I
Yeah,
think that
I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that so much.
West
You
might
see
steal
what-
the thunder too.
Yeah.
There's just, like I said, this is probably one of the deepest, and even in terms of how many participants are in it. I don't remember
Yeah.
there being this many.
They
people
overdid
in
it this
Are
year.
this many guys that you
How
care
do they
about?
overdo it?
But they probably
They
added-
overdid it this year.
How do they overdo
They
it? What are you
over-
talking about?
every single-
Honestly.
Every year, you have Kyrie Irving, you have Korver, you have every single primetime shooter. Other than
Yeah.
Dan, I thought Danny Green would have got the nod. To be honest, right? I really thought he would be in it.
I would like to see
It
him
is,
instead of Redick.
it is a different game though, picking the ball off the
It
rack
is.
as
It
opposed to
is.
the catch and shoot. And we've
Exactly.
seen Curry struggle with that before in a lot of guys because
Yeah.
it's going to be tough. Because it is a big adjustment
Yeah.
to do that and,
Yeah.
and to catch it when that's happening.
That's true.
All right.
Good picks for the 3-point contest?
Next segment's gonna be a boxing match.
Yeah.
We got Korver.
Steph Curry with the shot. West.
Steph Curry with the shot. What?
I'm going to take Klay Thompson.
Okay.
I don't know why. I just have the feeling. I'm like,
Makes sense.
All right, that's fine.
Let's move on to the All-Star game.
Yeah.
It's kind of not the All-Star game because so many guys have pulled out. There's been a lot
None
of
us
guys
got injured.
As we
all
talked
pulled out
before.
because of injury, right? We
And
have
guys
Kobe
are in there
Bryant,
by default. That's Damian
Kobe
Lillard.
Bryant, Anthony Davis.
I
What
swear,
are you trying to
everything.
say? Damian Lillard's in there by default?
He's in there by default. Is he not?
I can't disagree with my man.
No, you
It's-
can't
it's-
just say
it's-
it's by default if there's other players to choose from.
There are other players
Good
to choose
point.
from.
Guys,
Of course,
West or the East? Who do you guys like?
We'll go with the East.
Okay, that's a surprise. I think that.
Yeah, I'm going with the West.
I'm going with the
I'm going
East.
with the West. I'm going with the West this time.
Kyle Lowry is going to put up 30 shots by halftime.
What?
Let's
John
hope that he
Wall.
makes.
And get
Let's
benched.
hope that he makes half of
John
them.
Wall.
bench?
John Wall wants to have 22
Hey,
assists.
John Wall ain't taking shots, so that's one guy.
Carmelo's coming out of his his IR, whatever you want to call it, to play in this game. So he wants to have a big game to earn his check. It's obviously the fame and whatnot, but
Because the game's in New York.
that's why
That's
I'm
the only
not
reason
taking.
why.
I'm not taking the East.
Honestly, I'm riding with Lillard, man. I think Lillard's feeling some type of way, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna show you guys why I should have been in it initially, and not." What was it? Well, no, what is? I don't know. He's gonna put up
Default?
numbers.
You wanna
Yeah,
show why he's not
exactly.
by
I'm gonna
default?
show why he wasn't there by default. I'm Lillard, man. That kid's got ice water in his veins. Whether or not you feel like he was crying, because I don't think he was, but he's got ice water in his
I
veins.
don't know. You can disagree.
I think that the West is going to maybe run away with this game. Other than LeBron, I don't really see, and LeBron hasn't really had his greatest games at the
He's not
All-Star
gonna
game.
care, yeah.
I think there's just too many scorers and shooters on the West with
Yeah.
Curry, Thompson, Harden, all these guys that can just fill up the bucket. I think that they're going to have a pretty easy time with this.
Nah, man, all the East has to do is put on
Nah.
all four of their Hawks. Put all four of the Hawks on at the same
Do
time.
we want to see a system
It's
game?
good, it's good.
I
They have to play
guarantee-
defense.
System game.
I guarantee you during that
Get
game,
out of here.
I guarantee you during that game, you will see all four Hawks
Oh,
on the
you,
court.
they always do. With the Pistons have done it with the
Yeah.
Chance. They've
So
done it
they're gonna
before
do
with the
it.
Spurs.
What
of
I
course.
think is going to happen is they're going to put all four Hawks on along with LeBron James at the 3. They're going to put Korver at the 2. They're going to have their 2 front court guys, and then that's how it's going to run. That's what I think is going to happen.
We're going to stretch the floor and play defense in the All-Star game? Is that
I
what's
mean,
going to happen?
I don't really care if they do or not. I don't really give a damn who wins the game. All I'm just saying is that's what I think eventually we'll see, partway throughout the game.
I think that this All-Star game is going to be about the players that got slighted or felt that they got slighted, and that being Lillard and that being Korver.
It's Marcus Cousins.
I don't think Korver's really...
Yo, hold on, man! You guys want to bring up guys crying and all this business? What about that press conference with
God?
What did he say?
It was an emotional
It's
game.
part of God's
After the
plan.
game, he said, "It's part of God's plan. This
Well, hold on,
this city done put me through so much, and I stay loyal to you all the time." But
How do you feel about that, Mike? Because to me, that sounded like emotion, sounded like a little bit of crying.
No,
I don't know.
He just
I
hit
don't
a
know.
game.